So for the first time ever, I actually bought a car. Now, I'll explain how I still had cars later in the video. That's not super interesting, but I need to go get a new bike rack, and I thought, I want a Canadian-made bike rack, and I actually found one. They're called Shuttle Rack, and they're down in Chilliwack, and they're like, hey, why don't you come down to Chilliwack and let's go ride? So we're gonna do just that. But for now, I don't have a bike rack, and I have to put my bike in the back of the car. Actually, just let me tell you about my first car and how I had cars without ever buying a car. My dad is an auto shop teacher, and people donate cars to the auto shop for the kids to work on. And then those cars, when they were running, would get given to me, which I was very grateful for, and very fortunate to still have cars, because otherwise I just wouldn't have a car. But think of the type of car that people donate to a high school, because they're like, what else are they going to do with it? So I actually missed my first car. It was a 1984 Volkswagen Golf Mark II, and I really loved it. But it had a few quirks, like when you would accelerate, the engine block would shift on the mounts, so you had to be careful about when you're braking and shifting. Of course, it had no air conditioning. Sometimes the engine would get really hot, so to cool it down, you would turn on the heat even in the middle of summer. That was fun. Sometimes the windshield wipers would go off, the ceiling was coming down. It was a great car though, and you know what? Okay, enough car talk, let's go riding.
When COVID started in 2020, we bought a couple of new bikes in the family, and there wasn't any racks available. And some of them had, where the shocks underneath the top tube. So, those arm style racks that stick out, right, that wasn't going to work. So got out the 3D CAD software that I used to teach students to do buildings, and used it to mock up a rack. Took it to a friend of mine here in the Chilliwack area. And we went through probably 2 or 3 iterations before we kind of arrived at what we've got right now. And we've done a fair amount of sort of measurement work to make the rack work, first of all, with the enduro market. And then it's kind of funny that it's on a Toyota, because there's so much of the rack that was driven by the needs of Toyota owners. We've got lots of other user groups that we maybe didn't anticipate initially. So we've got like the fat bike folks who ride out in the winter. So the tubes are wide enough that you can sit a fat bike in there. The road bike crowd started getting interested. So we increased the spacing of the bikes for road bikes, because they need a little bit more room on the rack. That's our story. And everything on the rack is made in Canada. So we source Canadian steel. The ropes are from Hamilton, Ontario. We're probably one of the few places that really is trying to be 100% Canadian with everything that's in the rack. So yeah, that's our story.
Yeah. All right, ready to shuttle? It's like pedaling, but better. Show me the way. All right, hide and seek. I haven't ridden this trail in ages, and it's finally moist out. Following the shuttle rack gang here. Be careful not to slip on a root. So great to come to better and not pedal, especially up that last little bit. These guys obviously know how to shuttle. You can tell by the name. Nice. This is sick. A little scary with the roots, and dirt is grippy, but also kind of a little bit of clay. So, gotta be careful about the brakes. Woo! That's sick. Alright, so Black Hawk down, you said? Oh, whoa, slippery. Whoa, that's quite the double. Woo-hoo-hoo. So different than the shore. Holy moly! Wow! Sometimes you go to brake and it kind of feels like there's traction, and then there's not. Holy moly! Ooh, slippery. Greasy.
You alright?
Yeah.
I didn't know. No.
Oh, we're all.
Okay, shall I?
Yeah, let's do it. Take it a little easy here. Oh, definitely greasy today. I learned to surf the grease. Mud in my eye. You really gotta work on your braking zones here. Oh boy! Definitely scarier in the wet. Little double there. Oh, dust. Interesting. Whoa, that's dusty.
I'll drive down, that way you can get a lap in.
Okay. All right, 2 cents. I think this is a fun one. Ooh. Whoa, right onto some rocks. Woo-hoo. It's a little tight with 800 mil bars. Ooh. Nice line. Nice. Okay, okay. All right, berms of the dream. Nice. Just whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. Head better. Definitely some stuff I gotta come and work on and try and do. But go check out the guys at Chilliwack if you want a Canadian made rack, and I'm gonna put my bike on it right now and go home. See you guys next one.